So, I remember now. I used this just to do some screenshotting a bit and disabled all the audio. There we go. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Tradition. We got some, like, cold brew coffee for the house recently. So, like, that's been, like, if you need one of the smoothest gargles that are caffeinated known to man, that's one way to get it. That is one wonderful way to get it. It's night here, but morning? Yeah. The instant I got in, hello. Hello, hello. Are you gargling? Tradition? I forget exactly when it started, but now every stream starts by just gargling a drink. It's a really good way for me to make sure I've got coffee or water with me. Kit's not out yet? Give it like a few minutes. We've been doing these at this hour every 2 weeks for a while. Do you think that I wouldn't have learned when it starts? How many minutes until Kits? That is a good question. So they typically come out around anywhere between 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. CST. And then account for daylight savings time depending on the year. Which is why I start these streams at 4:30. Frey, it's 4 a.m. 4:31 to be exact. So we usually check because it's the most fanfared place, and I want to make sure that I get a good shot of it over here before moving the track over. They do have a few things. You could drink like a normal person. I could do a lot of things like a normal person. But why? Let's see. Let me just get the screen capture up. Or window capture, I think, is better. Let's see, window, properties. There we go. So yeah. Yeah. Hello, Hideki. Hello, Aether. Last time was a bit later than normal. Yeah. No, but don't worry. We've got stuff to do in the meantime. You see, so we've got 32 minutes ago. Oh, you guys can't see because of Notepad, right? We got 32 minutes ago. They made updates for Twining Threads, which we can go over, as well as the regular scheduled announcement update. And any minute now, they're going to be sending us information on the kits specifically. Where are the kits? They're hiding them from us, clearly. We're going to have to take them by force, just like we took, well... I'm sorry, I feel like I can't say a lot about Kanto 9 unless we were really getting into the topic, because I feel like Kanto 9... let me ask you guys about this. Is Kanto 9 to you guys the first Kanto? Because this is to me. That feels sacred. Like, I'm fine with spoiling stuff about Kanto 8. I don't give a shit about Leihei. I care about spoiling stuff related to Kanto 9. Right? That's my take on it. Like, I feel like that's very important. Each kit is 5 pages and they're having trouble uploading them, trust? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, where is Omni-Man? Yeah. What we can do, though, is we can go over... You can see Limbus peeking down the bottom there, that's fine. We can go over what exactly is happening in the Steam updates. Don't slander my glorious capo Uncle Hang. I don't care about him. That's not slander. That's just like... That's me saying that he is not of the greatest of interest to me. Sinking season? 8 don't care, but 7 feels, I don't know. I feel like... Let's keep in mind something. Kanto 7's been out for 1.5 years now. Like, I feel like it's difficult to really call it that. Alright. Let's start off by just checking out what we've also got. So this is the update that is coming with the week, and this is the update that's coming with Twining Threads. I'm expecting a lot of, usual case, modem operandus business as usual. But I will do the service of removing the waiting song, opening up the stream deck, open up StreamerBot as well, and let me make sure that all the other sounds are here. Limbus audio is probably fine. GGGG. Yeah, that's enough. And we can get some different music going. How about this? I see some folks from the middle here. There we go. Yeah, dude's definitely released. Definitely. Yeah. Here, let me refresh. Not quite yet. My best estimate is that it's going to be anytime within the next 25 minutes, so we just keep watch. That's why it starts at 4:30, right in the middle of the hour, meaning that we either catch it right at the pass, miss it by a few minutes before, or miss it by a few minutes after. All right, blue coins. I'm still hoping that we get like some kind of green or purple coin ID, just one before the end. All right, Frey, when will we make a thumb vid? Sometime after I get back to making other vids, which I've got at least 5 ideas after this, after everything I know about this intervallo. It's just been a matter of one thing or another keeps coming up that seems to stop me. First it was my physical health, then it was my mental health, then it was some stuff that needed to be addressed elsewhere on another part of my job. I'm fine, by the way. I am. All that stuff has been addressed. Like now, I was hoping to spend time researching stuff before the intervallo because I think it's gonna genuinely make to where I can finally talk about certain essays now. And I was able to prepare for exactly one topic, which is good. I know what that one topic is, and it's gonna be vaguely related to the thumb. I don't want to spoil it yet, but I think if you know what they're talking about in this new intervallo, then you're not gonna be surprised about what comes out. Yeah. Green coin ID? I want one green coin, or one purple coin, just that. Regardless. Yeah, my audio is fine. Let's see. So, we know that combat encounters and twining threads are gonna give us the funny currency. I do think it's funny that they have decided to call the currency for this intervallo severed thread. Which I get that's the point. We're past the unsevering. These guys are probably not as interested in Ryoshu. I do like the fact that there's like this little tie. Let me zoom in on it for y'all. In the promo image, there's this little tie between threads, implying like, oh, maybe it's like a, I would assume the, you know, funny form shit and funny child shit, and then the original threads. It's very cute. It's very cute. Very charming. But I do also like that it's called severed thread. It's probably appropriately thematic, but I think it's entertaining regardless. But let's see, what else do we have as far as the event goes? Why is Animals the actual description? It was the funniest thing I could think of at the moment. I still think it's one of the funniest things I could have put. I hope we get a Kira assist unit. I think we will. Ever since the roadmap, Kim Ji-hoon said that Kira will be joining us in the House of Spiders. So she's either going to be an escort, which I think is unlikely, because she can fight. If she's enough to be a boss battle, she's enough to fight. Like, I think she's more capable of fighting than Ji-chun, you know, before Spring Cultivation. After Spring Cultivation, she's God. Oh, Lord. But in any case, I would be surprised if we didn't get that. We're getting a new Mirror Dungeon pack. That's business as usual. Managers who have not been at the event unlock conditions can obtain Severed Thread as first-time reward. Right. Also business as usual. Let's see. Oh, Severed and Scorched Skein. Isn't Skein like a clump of thread? I believe so. Skein definition? A length of thread or yarn, loosely coiled and knotted. Okay, yeah. That's exactly it. Alright, let's see. Has the highest chance of dropping in the final stage. We already know this. You're going to get a chance at getting, like, a clump of 20 of the funny currency for the event during any sort of first-time event or by clearing the dungeon. Or, hold on, let me take a look. Does it say if we have a mirror dungeon for this event? I don't think it typically does, but I'll see if I can glean that. The final stage of 20 threads will have a higher Kevlin to Severed Thread ratio. In Kevlin to Severed Thread ratio, they usually do modules whether or not there is a dungeon. So no, it doesn't tell us. I'm fine with either. Let's see. We do have an MD pack? We do, yes. We got the skein. Is there anything else? Event bonus units? These really are it, aren't they? Wow. It feels like it's been a while since we've had only 2 units be relevant to getting currency for an intervallo. That's a little refreshing, honestly. I don't think it's empty. I think it's refreshing. Because I think, like, the last time might have been Nocturnal Sweeping, if memory serves, because those were the first Heisho units. I don't believe there was another pre-existing unit. That was it, yeah. Read a bit further? Sure, sure, sure. Ah. I spoke too soon, I see. Well, never mind, never mind. Nah. From here, it looks like they don't. From here. When are we getting double nils? KBG Hoon said he doesn't want to do them anymore because he thinks players aren't as interested, which, honestly, if you think about it, means that you just remove the rarity from Limbus, which I'm kind of fine with. It's kind of funny, but yeah, you do get the existing ring IDs here. There we go, there we go. Sure. I am interested to play with the ring more, because for those that were around for Ring Nurse Father's kit, we were checking on just how soon he would be able to use his funny move. You know, his funny Corpus Theater move. And it turned out that perusing the tableau was at 21 and dropped by 2 with him every turn, and 1 for every additional ring unit, which meant that it would take 7 turns for him to get his funny skill 3-2 as is. Now if you have all 5 units up, it's like 4. It's only 4, which I think is, it makes a lot of sense that they plan to release these around the same time as that unit. Wait, with 6 IDs? Am I missing something? Oh yeah, no, you're right. No, it is 3, it is 3. I forgot about Albina Faust. I don't know why, that idea feels so forgettable to me, and it shouldn't be. It's Albina, and I like Albina as a character. Oh well, that's fine. Nothing yet. They have been sending them out later the past couple of times, so that's okay. We got more to chew on. Ooh, we can check out the event rewards. So, Meursault is in the window. They did the same thing with this with the Nocturnal Sweeping. They did the same thing with this in the Yowieville Bokgak. Since it's a 3-0, it costs 1,000 to get the ID, not just 500, so I'll probably be shooting for that before anything else. And then it looks like your regular rewards, you can get up to 2 10 pulls, you can get up to like, friggin' 18 modules? No, 36 modules, which I personally like. Your crates, your thread, all your regular-ish. So yeah, nothing too terribly new on that front. And that's 6 of 6. All right, that's fine. Meursault for free, yeah. Meursault for free. Someone's a Clanker hater? No. It's like with Lei Heng. I don't really care about her as much. It's not hate, it's ambivalence, and you would do well to know the difference. Or I guess apathy, rather. You missed the Super Boss date? Let me double check that. Oh, yes. This will also be open for 5 weeks in the reward exchange. The event's open for 4 weeks, which doesn't mean anything because you can just go to it. You can only get the currency for 5. We can take a look at the boss event. Speaking of which, what do you mean you don't care about Lei Heng? You seem to understand things very accurately right now. I've got other things in my life to carry about. I've got some garlic bread in front of me, for instance. I'm not immediately seeing a section where we get a secret boss. I feel like this might have been either a mistake or a misread, but I also tend to misread myself at this hour. It's happened before. It'll certainly happen again. In either case, oh yes, this is what we're talking about. So in the roadmap, they did mention that on April 23rd, they were going to challenge, or allow us to challenge the boss unit at a higher difficulty. Like, that was an entire slot on the roadmap, which means this might be a hard mode? It might be a legit hard mode in the event, so I'll be interested in checking it out. So yeah, I'm very curious to see what's going on. Lei Heng's a flat character, he did his job and he did it well, but the fanbase he's made is kind of baffling. I get it. Like, do I understand why he's popular? Yeah, I get it. I genuinely do get it. I just don't care at this moment. He's a fine guy, I get why he's popular. I don't have to care. I don't have to care. So then, we've now got all the necessary info from this. I do want to just make a point to say this. this kind of content update is unusual. I do not know if we should expect it to be the same old, hey, this is your hard mode update that you would get with the bot gack. This might be exactly that, or it might be something new. We don't know. Oh, it's time to get off of that. What do I want to go with? I want something chill. I also need to update this with Kanto 9 music. I already downloaded it, just haven't applied it yet. Let's just get... There's a reason it's an oldie and a goodie. Hi, Fram, a new sub. Congratulations. I hope you feel welcome here. Let's see. I'm Ricardo. It's so true. So true. But yeah, I'm gonna be keeping watch on what this is, because it might warrant another stream. It might not. If the new EX mode didn't warrant another stream, and I'm behind on essays, then I don't know if that will. I might just play it. We'll see. Let's see. They have been making it a habit of getting these out later in the hour, though, I gotta say. It's okay. We got plenty of stuff to discuss if they take their time. Let's see. Here's the general update. New identity target extraction, twinning threads. Yes. Ring Fauvist, Docent Rodion's a Season 7 event identity. That means you pull for her. Or you can spark, I believe. You can spark after the first week like a normal one. Yep, increased odds of extraction here. Target extraction is Don Quixote. Nifty. New announcer is Kira. I'm very interested to see what we'll get from her, though I don't know if I'll be able to use it immediately. We'll see. Announcer rate does not affect the extraction rates of 3 nil identities. Here you go. Yep, all the regular disclaimers and disclaimers. New packages, deck extraction tickets. If you're going to spend money, this is a hefty chunk, but it tends to be one of the better deals, just for the record. I don't say this because I think you should spend money on Limbus. I say this because if you're one of the few people that do choose to spend a significant amount, this is one of the ways you can spend less. New Dante's notes! Wait, have I missed some Dante's notes? Ooh, wait. I need to check on Dante's notes. I want to do that real quick, actually. Hold up. Let's go to the theater. Oh, I've missed a couple of Dante's... I've missed some Dante's notes. Hold up. You guys can't see it right now, but we can read that. Oh, I haven't been checking them every week, which just means I can check them here. Okay, yeah. If we get time, I'll check on that. Mirror Dungeon Adversity and Ego Gift Improvements. I've heard a bit of this from Kamui, of like what the new 60 adversity stuff is like. So let's see. Certain adversities selectable in Mirror Dungeons will be adjusted. Before turn start, all enemies heal 20 SP. All enemies heal 20 SP, and use all minus coins, lose 50 SP instead. Nice. Is this the Danganronpa OST? Yeah. I got mixed feelings about the games, but the OST's a fucking bop, man. One new ego gift will be added to the Mirror Dungeon. Nice. Some pre-existing gifts will be partially adjusted. White Gossipium! Wait, they buffed White Gossipium? Wait! White Gossipium was already, like, really good with MDE, and they just made it better. Oh my god! Wait, I gotta message him! Hold up! I'm waiting for the kids to drop for that. Don't worry. Wait, I'm just gonna message Kamui real quick. Yo, they buffed the Gossi while they buffed the Gossi. Frey, why still stream at 3 a.m.? Why does PM post updates at this hour? The reasons are similar, and I must follow it. I must follow it. All right, let's see. My Gossi's not mid. It's not. All right, let's see. Patrolling flashlight. So it used to be a regular Clash power up for charge with a bit of damage if they have charge barrier. And they give 2 charge barrier, and it's her skill 1s. Now you get charge barrier at turn start instead of turn end. And apparently I think the rest is the same. Yeah, the rest is the same. It just makes it so that it auto happens. That's nice. I mean, that's better. I feel like any ego gift, except for the meat cleaver. I don't care about the meat cleaver. I think any ego gift, when put in the right combination, is pretty, like, good. They're better together than apart, is the main idea. Dreaming Electric Sheep. Before, it would up your envy or slash Wait. After using enemy affinity or slash damage skill. Okay, it would raise slash skill by 2 for the next 2 turns after killing an enemy with envy or slash. Now, hold on, wait. If an enemy, oh, now it does it after any enemy is killed. Is that right? No. Of the unit who used that skill. What's the difference here? For 2 turns starting in the next turn. Oh, maybe it's officially like this starts next turn, not immediately. So it's not this turn, next turn. It's starting the next 2 turns. Okay, that makes sense. Gathering Skulls. After an enemy using a Pride Affinity or Pierce damage skill, raise the unit's Pierce power by 2 for the next 2 turns. Sure. Oh, are these the same idea? I never really registered that these 3 were the same thing, like the same category of ego, but okay. These are the same update. That's nice. And then Manner-Shaped Music Box. When defeating an enemy with sinking, one enemy with the least sinking count gains +2 sinking count. Okay, on kill, enemy that has least sinking count gains +2. Sinking count, is this just a rephrase? Oh no, they removed the fact that it's only applied to the #1 identity. Good, we don't need that limitation anymore. That's nice. What am I reading? The updates. Updates for, the new update. For what's coming out this week. So Mirror Dungeon Adversity and Ego Gift Improvements. Exquisite artwork. I don't think I've been looking into this much. It looks like they changed the recipe here. I'm sorry, this means nothing to me. I hope this is good for you. Adjusted Ego Gift Effect. On hit with +20 attack skills against enemy that has 15 plus bleed, heal 3 SP. If identity type has 3 plus types of negative effects, heal 6 SP. I'm sure that's a nice little boon. A lot of fused ego gifts have like several effects, and a lot of the effects look minimal if taken in a vacuum. So this looks kind of mid on its own. I am sure it is just a nice addition to have that everyone will appreciate. I am sure. Very good for ND. When are kids dropping? Any minute. No longer have to lose the sinking tier 1 gift. Oh, okay. That's nice. Bug fixes and improvements. I don't think this is too important. Oh, this no longer applies to assist units. I'm sure that makes it more controllable. Sure. VFX for Indexy Song. Anti-Pulse Envy Resin. Oh, wait. Okay, so this is glitches. It applies... So remember, ADD's regular whole gimmick was that he would apply charge count to allies, and that was a part of his passive effect. So... At 2+ Glimmer Envy Resin, he would add 2 charge count next turn on allies with earlier deployment. Sure. And they deployed a fix to Ryoshu. These are the 2 starts. And then what happened was that with this fix, when ADD applies to Ryoshu, it applies to the corresponding buff stages instead of the incorrect stages. Okay, that sounds like a good thing. Issue occurs when the bottom... Oh, wait. So this means it was giving charge to Ryoshu? I assume even... Oh, no, it's just stage info. Apparently, not apparently, I knew this. Her Red Eyes and Penitence buffs had their own stages, and evidently there was some coding issues with how charge was counted as stages of charge count. It's weird. I don't think we need to go too far into it. I actually don't want to go into the bugs, because they're complex to explain, and they don't typically mean a lot for the average person. So I don't think it's really important for us to discuss it. Yo, Runashi. Nice. Alright, oh well. Let's see. So, that goes over both of the updates, which is fine. I will take this to mean still no kits. They really do be hoeing us right now, huh? You live for your analysis? Oh, Conway got back to me. Are you live for your analysis right now? Yep. And the kits still aren't here again. They be hoeing us. Oh, well. Kimchi probably fell asleep. 6 more minutes? That's my best guess. That's okay, because we have other stuff we can do in the meantime. Here. What are your thoughts on the ring lore-wise? I'll put it to you this way, until, like, the last week or so, because I don't think I can really talk about or consider Kanto 9 that much. I've only been able to talk about them in essays for a combined total of, like, 7 minutes. And I do not think Kanto 9 changed that by very much. I think that this intervalo is going to help with that a lot. You might be surprised to know that the ring is not the first subject matter I plan to make a video on. It might be the first one that comes out, because my plans tend to change rapidly, for better or for worse. But that is on my to-do list. Ironically, more so than the index, thumb, or pinky. Index, I'm gonna level with you. I got way too interested in doing a lot with an index video, and that meant it couldn't be made earlier, and then other stuff came up. But, speaking of other stuff coming up, we can do something else. We can do... Wait, no. I gotta get the right music for this. We can do... Where's my casino music? There it is. We can do everyone's favorite game, Limbus Wordle! Excellent. So, for those who don't know, some absolute mad lad who I actually can find the name of, I don't know why I'm avoiding finding the name of them, Limbus Wordle, someone named Syx, SYX, decided they would make Wordle for Limbus Company IDs. And now, we're gonna do our regular challenge where if I don't get the Wordle, I give 5 gifted memberships. So if anyone wants to feel smart and tell me what this is, you are going to ruin giving 5 memberships to anyone else. This is one of the best ways I can discourage backseating. So let's start off by just going with a simple one. Blade Lineage, Celsius Sinclair, why not? So we know that they've got a skill 2 slash and a skill 3 slash. I'm gonna level with you. I did forget that his skill 1 was not slash. So I'm inclined to believe that this is a slash unit, maybe even a bleed unit. And that's about it. 2 coins on the first skill 1, but honestly, what does that narrow down? Nothing much. All we know for sure is that it's not Sinclair. So let's try a pure slash unit. Or I could test a blunt unit if I really want to, because we already know this isn't Pierce. The only wrong answer is looking for Pierce units. Anyone with Pierce. So, how's about we try Docent Rodion? Right? Well, it looks like, no, actually this is wrong because there are 3, it's a 3-coin skill and it's not Wrath. So it would absolutely not be her. I also don't want to look up wikis or any IDs for this. I just want to raw dog it. So with that in mind, 2 coins on the skill 1. I don't think that Eric Gregor has 2 coins on his skill 1, but I could be wrong. I do kind of wish that I could search in here, but I guess that's part of the memory game. Let's try Heisho Pack Mao. Oh, actually, Heisho would be great for this. Heisho would be a great choice. Wait, Heisho. Let's start off with Heisho. I'm pretty sure Mao Branch Ryoshu has Pride as her skill 3, so let's try Otis. Okay, very close actually. Not Otis, but we got a lot right. A 2-2-3, all slash, sloth at the top. Maybe Gluttony at the end? Let's keep going with the Heisho, because there might be something here. It's a 2-2-3, all slash. It wouldn't be Wu Adept, right? No, he's blunt. I'm pretty sure he's blunt. He's Tremor, and Tremor usually means blunt, which is why I say it. It's not Faust, is it? Oh my god, it's Faust. Okay, cool. It really is Mouse. Okay, I'm glad I didn't look at chat. But no. Y'all were right, it really was Mouse. Goddamn. Alright, it's 1 minute to the top of the hour. Alright, guys. Scroll down, let's see. Why are they hoeing me? Oh god. I mean, this is still not outside the realm of possibility, don't get me wrong. But damn. We could read Dante's notes. Horses slash? Okay, so that's just me being a Tremor stereotype. That's just me assuming every Tremor unit is Wait, does this icon look like Lunacy? Why didn't I notice that before? Like, I've never seen it zoomed in this much, but Faust icon looks a lot like lunacy. I wonder what this means! Whatever. It's not the most important thing right now. Let's go back. And we can instead just look that. Why did you smell the lunacy for the icon? I have, like, terrible allergies around this time of year, so I gotta take an allergy pill. So that means I just took it, like, right before starting stream. And it's still taking time to work. It's fine. I'll give this one more refresh since it is the top of the hour. I really do imagine they're coming out any minute now. Okay, so now it is a little later than usual. Not later than it's ever been, though. I think the latest it's ever been has been like an hour and 15 after. Or I guess, like, let's say 45 minutes after starting stream. 45 to 50 has been the latest it's been, if I recall. So, and like, most of the time it's right when it happens. It's right when I start. But if that's the case, we can still read Dante's notes. We've still got another 20 minutes before we've got to start wondering and, like, panicking and, like, emailing Project Moon. Don't do that. Seriously, don't do that. I'm not telling you to do that at all. A prediction on the ID Sin Affinity? Lust. Absolutely, there's gonna be lust. No doubt. We actually don't need to predict that. That is evident in the trailers. There are color-coded effects or after images in the sprites that will tell you what sin resonance or what sin affinity any skill is. Something I learned late last year and something I think is really cool. Anyway, we're gonna read through Dante's notes, or at least the ones that I have not gone through yet. So let's see what we've got. I assume the LCA is now here? No, the Golden Bows. I'm not expecting much of new info, but okay. Just to give context, or just to see where we're at, I'm gonna read the previous log as well. So let's see. Oh no, they're blinking? I was not paying attention enough to notice that. So that's cool to see. I still have no clue how these golden bows work, but if they really can grant people's wishes, it's gotta be something incredible. Thinking back on it, resonating with the golden bow would create a sort of dungeon of the fathoms or fathoms of ego, which we had to battle through. Perhaps the power of golden bows is to realize the thoughts or imaginations of people. I know it barely makes sense, but when is anything in this adventure? Whichever is the case, these golden bows sure is something. So what is the Limbus company trying to achieve by collecting them? Some say the golden bows have something to do with mirror technology, but how? Every little thing I learn seems to lead to only more questions. They are now the IDs? What do you mean they're now the IDs? The kits are out? Okay, cool. Cool. Let's see. I will finish the golden bow section just because we did start that up. But that's it. Oh my god, a very short second page. All right. I'll read this and then we'll get to the kits, okay? It's not that long. Record 4. In the mansion, Faust told me, simply do as you will as one seeks the stars in the night sky. I still don't fully understand the what's and how's. By resonating with Golden Bow, I've gained access to several unusual abilities. I can slow down time, support the sinners when they use ego, and suppress the strength of our enemies, and now I can even summon the sinner's identities from afar. Faust insists this is not a summoning magic, though. Hohenheim says the golden bows we've gathered are being grafted together into a single sapling. A single bow alone can exercise immense power. What would happen if they're all combined, and what exactly do the higher-ups plan to do with it? Oh, you guys couldn't see any of that? Cool. It's just as well. We're gonna move on to the actual IDs. Meursault is first. Let's open this up. I will also assume now that I can go to Limbus Company's page. And, if it's up on Twitter, that would imply that Limbus Company, it's not always up on Steam, but it's usually up on Steam. Yes? Yes! Yes! There we go. These are the higher quality images. This is good. This is good. This is good. This is very good. Okay, we've got the images. Goodbye, Limbus Wordle. Goodbye, Twining Thread. Is it twining? It's not twinning, right? It's not twinning because there's only one N. Okay, and now I have to shill. Now I have to do my funny little shill. All right. Quote. Let me just get a link to the stream, and then we'll make that happen, and then we'll dig into them. Well, okay, then I'll make a post in the Discord. Then we'll dig into them. All right. Live, let me get a link for that. Shareable link. Yo. Finally. Finally, these are out there. We've been waiting for like 35 minutes. 5 minutes. It's a huge issue, FR. We're reviewing the new kits live now, y'all. Link in replies. Post. Go to post. Link. Paste. I don't need to be on Twitter anymore. Hooray. Okay, and then Discord. Might be 5 very rarely this late. Yeah. Okay, cool. So now, go to the server. Goon on alert. Which makes sense to like nobody. Some people in chat are gonna be very confused about that term. We're reviewing the new kits now, y'all. Get in. Okay. Excellente. Okay. So now we've got the actual kits. Now I'll keep that up. God, the images are so large. Look how much is here. This isn't really anything out of the norm. I don't know why I'm saying anything about it. But I do want to zoom out. Oh, no wonder, because I'm at 100% zoom. That would do it. Let's start with Meursault, only because we want to start with the simpler stuff and work our way to the more complex stuff. I do have a notepad here, which has not been updated, so we'll say Fauvist Meursault, and I'll get us some additional music like this. Wait for it. I don't know why I still have this one. It's way too cheery for what I want. That's more like it. Yes, please. Yes, please. All right, we're gonna start with Fauvist Meursault. I'm going to zoom in enough to where we can start making it easy for his stuff to be on the side. There we go. There we go, okay. So let's start with his abilities, or let's start with his special statuses. We've got, with his custom statuses, number 1. So apparently he's blinking, like they're bleed sinking. I'm only seeing stuff for bleed, so I'm going to assume this is a predominantly bleed unit until shown otherwise. So custom statuses, Mauled Color Rouge. Cool, what you got? Mauled Color Rouge, when hit, gain bleed potency based on the stack. Awesome. Turn end. Actually, let's do this. Gain defense level down next turn based on the stack. And then turn end, lose X stack. I just realized something, guys. You guys join me every 2 weeks for like an hour and a half to 2 hours, sometimes longer, to watch me read. To watch me narrate updates for IDs. And I just think that's funny. I'm not saying it's bad. I just think it's funny that we all come here as a tradition for that. And I think it's kind of beautiful. That's all. Oh God, we are nerds. You just realized. It's group story time. It's fun, SMH. No, it's true. I just want you guys to know, I've recognized this enough to know that we are now making the Intervalos gimmick based on that. I do a gameplay gimmick for it for the Intervalo every time or every new update. The new Intervalos gimmick is based on that. No, we watch you speculate. Your speculation is fun. Okay, you are technically more right. You are more right. But I like being reductive. Anyway, Le Fauvisme Masque de Chien. Very French of him, I see. Alright, what does this do? This is, I would assume, his funny furry form. Deal more damage based on mauled color. Because you stream rewatch. You know what, you're right. Why should I question the natural order of things? Inflict more, let's say, blinking potency with base skills. There's the sinking. Which, honestly, the ring doing bleed and sinking makes a lot of sense. Wait, really? Before hitting, with a base skill, if target doesn't have bleed. Let me check the stream real quick to make sure you can see that. Yes, you can. Okay. Inflict bleed count on target. You know what? The friggin' hyperactive golden retriever in my brain, the Ezra in my brain is making me think, wait, that's really good, that's really good. I'm stopping myself because I think, no, that's probably just marginally useful at the start. That's not marginally, that's probably just like decently useful at the start for building count. Like, it's nice. It's nice. My brain for whatever reason went to, oh wait, extra bleed count without doing anything else? $5 footlong? Amazing. Imperfections addressed. Bye-bye Bloodfiend's Hello Ring. They said it would never happen. They said it wouldn't happen. Deal more damage. It's not like the ring is thirsting for count. I haven't tested them a lot, so I'm probably gonna factor in like more ring info based on the existing units and what we know with these new kits. On reuse of a coin. Wait, this is the first time we've gotten an effect that activates on coin reuse, isn't it? At least on a passive and not like on an ego gift. In Ring Rodion's critique skill, heal SP. Interesting. And then turn start. If Ring Rodion does not have reflexion, expires. Okay. Also, I don't know, this is one of the other things I feel unreasonably happy about. I love that we finally have a Docent ID. I've known what Docents are since Leviathan. I felt like it's been really strange that we had a Maestro named in Limbus before we got a Docent. And now all three, the student, the Docent, and the Maestro are finally there. For reference, that's like little brother, big brother, great brother in the middle. It just feels nice. It's just nice to see. I'm happy. Docents are basically big brothers, but for the ring, essentially. At least as far as the ring's own situation goes. Anyway, I'm gonna eat a cheese stick real quick. I brought 2 of them for the occasion because I should have food when I stream. When I don't eat when I stream, I have problems. All right, cool. Let's go to the past. Okay, maybe it's just the hour that I'm streaming, but I feel like I got flashbang seeing the passives at the same page as the skills. Am I wrong for thinking that's been a while since an idea has been simple enough to have passives on the same pages as the skills? Whatever. All right, we got passives. All right, this is just a base passive. So we've got the ring Fauvist student. Yeah, it's been a long time. Okay. On hit with a base skill, inflict Maul Color Rouge. Which, to be clear, this is not a sin-powered passive. This is the first passive on the list. So that means that they just get this. They just get this. Unless there's another condition that we have not seen yet, they just get this. Then turn end, if this unit has inflicted X, I'm gonna call it MCR, because if there's any ID that I feel like would listen to My Chemical Romance, it would be these guys. Inflicted X MCR during this encounter. Gain. Okay, that makes sense. Le Fauvist Meursault de Chien. So he gets his funny furry form just by inflicting damage, just by hitting the enemy. Understood. Oh, also, I neglected to add this in. This is probably important. This counts as inflicting... You inflicted an entire song plays? I was right to add the entire lyrics to Animals in the description. By the way, if anyone wants, for whatever reason, to join the Discord or Patreon or any of the other funny links in the description right now, I'm making you work for it because, yes, the entire lyrics for the song Animals by Maroon 5 is in the description because I thought that was the funniest thing I could put there. Negative effects with this skill. Anyway, we've got that. Next, we've got at coin start of, I'm just gonna say Ring Rodion. Rodion's critique skill. Okay, interesting. Meursault gains imperfections addressed. So first off, we can already establish that these two are meant to work together. Sure. That's fine. And it has to do with her clashable counter, it seems, which is interesting to me. I wanted to take a look at imperfections addressed one more time, because I will assume that this is a buff that is meant to last a turn. Okay. Let us see what you're writing. Oh, is it not showing up? Oh, yeah, there we go. My bad. I need to scroll every so often. Thank you. So Fauvist are bleaking? Yeah. And stop wobbling? No, you're not gonna get me stop wobbling. That's just not gonna happen. Let's see. What you will get me to do is eat some garlic bread and tomato soup, though. So let's see if I can read out the sin-powered passive while doing this. Alright. Welling Inspiration. No, yeah, Welling Inspiration is the name. Yep. Alright. We've got Meursault just likes being submissive. Lore-wise, kind of accurate. Or source material-wise, kind of accurate. I don't know if I'd go that far, but he normally is in the presence of women that are more powerful than him. I'll put it that way. And it's more complicated than that, but who cares, really? You can read The Stranger whenever you want. I'll probably be reading it soon anyway. Welling Inspiration. Is that the Kurokumo Duo thing? Yes, thank you. That's a really good way to put it. If this unit has mask dog face. I'm gonna call this dog face. I'm gonna make a quick note. Hereafter referred to as dog face. Alright, we're on Meursault. If this unit has dog face, inflict more MCR. Yeah, I'm correct. I'm correct on how this works. Every time this unit inflicts X MCR, heal SP. Dogface sounds like something bad for some reason. No, you're right. I kind of hear it. We're gonna say, I guess Dog Mask is good. We'll say Dog Mask. I kind of hear it, so I want to change it. We'll say Dog Mask. I think Wolf Face is suitable. Oh, hello, TQ. Call it Fursuit. That's too basic. I feel like that's too basic. If I think of something else, I'll use it. If this unit's SP is at max, I love the ring getting these kinds of effects, by the way. Gain blunt damage up next turn when this unit heals SP with this effect. Happy Season of Burn? That joke has to die soon, right? That joke has to be, like, dead. Like, people being upset about the joke or people being funny about the joke, it has to actually, no. People being funny about it, okay. It might still have a few more embers in that joke for it to be funny. Never mind, I take that back. Alright. Wait. What? Part of me wants to call him Dog Welder if you know you know. I don't know. I thought you were about to say if you know what I mean and think, no, I don't. But no, you did not say if you know what I mean. Whatever. Impastode Scar. I don't want to know. Maybe I shouldn't have read that. I don't care anymore. It doesn't matter. This is sinking season. It's a season of a lot of things, y'all. It's a season of a lot of things. Anyway, let's go into the passive. One ally with the... Oh, whoops. Impastode Scar. One ally with the fastest speed. On hit, inflict defense level down based on negative effects on target. Alright, let's see. Yep, and I need to scroll, and this ends on here. Okay, that's a good baseline. I know where to stop now. Cool. All right, let's see. So that's all the passives. This is probably going to be a simpler ID than most, but the fact that it works with not Kurkum Ishmael, with the Ring Rodion is going to be very interesting. Let's go into the counter now. Defense, clashable counter, 2 coins. This is coloring preparations. If Dog Mask, gain base power. On use. If target has X blinking, gain coin power. You know what I think would be interesting? Do we have any skills that gain coin power or base power based on like the count instead of the potency an enemy has? I'm curious to see what the balance behind that would be. Coin effects. Coin 1, inflict bleed. Coin 2, inflict sinking. Yep, I'm not expecting this to really break the mold in many ways. It's not a 2-0, but it is an event ID. It is not going to be extremely complex. It is going to be fine. Do not have great expectations for this one. So, don't think so, Chef Gregor? Are you really telling me Chef Gregor is the only unit that gets more powerful based on the count? It's really funny and really sad if so. Oh, damn it. No, we've played this enough. Let's just play something else. This is called Vibin'. I'm sure I've used it a ton of times. Yeah, this song is Vibin'. I named it correctly. Let's go. He cookas the meat. Yeah, Kurkumahong Lu technically? Okay, so season 1ers. Got it. Alright, now for the skill 3. Let's see what this builds up to, right? What does it build up to? Let's keep in mind that you're probably going to have some mauled color, imperfections addressed, and dog mask on deck. We'll call him Garp that way. I've been into One Piece lately, if you couldn't tell. Turn end, gain defense level down, gain bleed potency. I'm just refreshing myself on this. Inflict more bleed and sinking potency, inflict bleed and deal more damage, and heal SP. Okay, so all those might be in play with this skill 3. Let's keep that in mind. Blunt. 3 coins. Alright, so let's say I'll scroll down so that you can see what I'm typing. Deal more damage based on negative effects on target. Sure. On use. Now this has like that electro swing vibe, but it feels almost like Halloween-y, you know? I like it. On use, gain FP or gain final P based on blinking, and then wait. At less than, this is kind of interesting, or if, at less than X HP, or if target has Y plus, mauled color. To be clear, this has mauled color of any color, not just of Rouge, by the way, which implies that Rodion has a mauled color, and this will proc off of it. Use coin 3 an additional time. Okay, I'm game for that, that's nice. All right, let's see. And then what else? On hit with the gained coin. On hit with the gained coin. Randomly inflict mauled? Really? Mauled color on target. Based. Wait, on target divided by Z bleed. Okay, so an amount of mauled color, I would assume, right? Yes, an amount of mauled color. Okay, cool. Based on blinking potency. Okay, that's nice, that's nice. And then we get to coin effects. Let's see. So far, mauled color seems to be the main basis, which is fine. Getting a bunch of different debuffs on the enemies is what the ring wants to do, and this helps them stack more debuffs. Seeing nothing wrong yet, seeing nothing too out of the ordinary yet. So, coin 1, and it looks like we're gonna keep that up. Inflict bleed, cool, coin 2. Inflict blinking. Wait, they updated the kit for a translation correction? Did they? I'll see if it's on Steam first. Okay, I can't tell for sure that it's on Steam, so I will go to Twitter. We're going back into the Badlands again. Let's see here. Twitter. New. Oh, okay, yeah. So let's see, what do we have here? Fixed incorrect translations in skills passive and keyword multicolor blue. Some translation errors in the description of skills passive and keywords have also been corrected. We need to check it again. Or no, it looks like it's only for Rodion, maybe? Let's check and see if it's applicable to Meursault. I'm not seeing anything relevant to Meursault on here, thankfully. It looks like this was just for Rodion. Frey messed up the last skill 3 infliction. I got interrupted during it. It's fine. We're gonna get back to it. Don't worry. Okay, yeah, it looks like... I'm sorry, that sounded more annoyed than I meant to. I think it's fine for what we've reviewed so far. Thank you for the update, though. I would have missed it, which means... I think I want to remove the 2 Rodion images I have here. Go back into here. And is this just like uploaded 23 minutes ago? What do I go here for it? I assume that these are safe now. Maybe I should have saved it just so I could more easily tell, huh? I guess I still can. We're gonna take a quick detour just to make sure that, you know, I do have the right information and not the outdated one. So let's just, check on this. They said it was with this specific one, so let's see. Multicolor blue, gain sync potency for every X stack, lose SP if this unit has Y stack, lose X stack, gain syncing potency for every X stack. They look the same. Yeah, these two look the same. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. It's all chill. We're good. Only for Rodion? Cool. I think we're good. Excellent. Cool. So now we can continue. All right, cool. Can I bless your Moose may play? No, but I think someone in chat can. I think they'll have more, I think I will just play Animals by Maroon 5. My blessing is you playing Animals by Maroon 5. Wait, were you saying that I messed up the application because I said blinking? No, that was on purpose. That's just the name. Anyway, coin 3. Inflict blinking count. Inflict mauled color rouge. Cool. Alright, that's pretty simple. They really want to inflict mauled color. I get it now that rouge is for bleed. Blue is for sinking. I think that's cute. So we'll see where that goes. Alright, skill 2, visceral strokes. We'll say... I still want to figure out what I do with this part of the kit reviews. We'll just say blunt 3 coins, rather. Yeah. Y'all get it. And this honestly doesn't seem to do anything too intense from the get-go. Again, this is technically a welfare unit too, so wouldn't expect much. Deal more damage. Based on negative effects on target. Okay, based on negative effects on target. I really just gotta start naming these effects from the get-go. I gotta start naming, like, everything that... If 2 units are from the same faction or have vaguely the same strategy, I gotta start naming what they do from the get-go. That's just it. I gotta start naming those little aspects early. It's gonna make it a lot easier for me in the videos. On use, if target does not have... Pardon me. If target does not have MCR... Gain clash power. Wait, really? I mean, I guess sure. Gain coin power based on blinking on target. I mean, I guess it makes it so that you're encouraged to attack enemies that don't have rouge, but I feel like this is a little much against the boss. This means that the max power you're gonna get only applies when you attack the enemy the first time. So like on a boss or a single unit encounter, like say, The Warped Passenger, let's say. I know it has parts, but we'll say that for now. You're only going to be able to get that clash power so many times, which means that it's going to make it tricky to calculate and trust the highest power cap for this. So let's keep that in mind going forward. Lei Hang, perfect. You know what? Excellent. I have a reason to care about him now. Coin effects. People that just came in and without context are going to be questioning that. Let's see. Coin 1, inflict bleed. Probably to kickstart clashing. It's probably to kickstart. Maybe it's a pre-SP idea, sure. I just think like a lot of strategies think of, oh hey, what is this ID able to do at their max clash potential? And that highest clash potential is not going to be reliable for this ID in a different way. That's what I'm saying. Because you're usually at your highest clash potential the longer the fight goes on. And I'm not saying it has to be that way, I'm just saying like, ooh, better think about this. Inflict blinking. Okay, coin 3. Inflict bleed count. Sinking potency. Also, wait, oh my god, I just realized something. This is probably, is this the first ID we've had in a while? I want to say maybe since R-Corp Rodion. And maybe even before, where we don't have any unbreakable coins. Right? Am I right about that? Tell me if I'm wrong. But yeah, other than that, it's not too necessary. We'll say blunt, 2 coins. All right, let's see. Deal more damage. I think it's true. Yeah. Deal more damage based on negative effects on target. Yeah, you can really feel that this is a this is an event currency ID. Again, not bad based on that, but like very simple. Oh wait, on use. Let's not forget that. On use. Gain coin power based on blinking. Cool. Kara Ish was the last one with no red coins. Oh, that's right. I didn't look into her because I was basically dead. And also, she wasn't that interesting anyway, but I guess that's in part why, huh? Okay. Thank you for correcting that. Coin 1. Inflict bleed. Coin 2. Inflict blinking count. Okay, cool. Doesn't the skill tree have a conditional change to unbreakables? This is what they were talking. Okay, guys, please, if you're going to correct me on how I'm handling a skill, be specific. I'm not gonna get it if you say, hey, you got this wrong. I'm not gonna know where to look. This is very important. You are correct. Thank you. I'm glad I brought up the lack of patterns now, because now it brought someone to say this specifically. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna add that in. Cool. So coin 3 additional time for the skill. Wait, did I type that? No, I didn't actually. There we go. And convert all skills to UBs. There we go. Excellent. So, next. That's all for the student ID. I mean, I can make a vision board, as implying that I wasn't going to, I guess, which I will. I just feel like that this ID doesn't have a huge vision to work with without Rodion, right? This feels like this ID is very much a part of the team rather than someone that goes on their own. It's like, how to put it? I think starting in Season 5, Project Moon didn't just make IDs that were meant to be a part of a team. They made IDs that were built to work on their own really well. And I guess, you know what, now that I'm letting it stew for a second, let me drink my coffee. Yeah, there is some vision. I don't know what I'm saying. There is some vision. I think based on other IDs, this has the least amount of individual use that my expectations have been skewed. But no, like just objectively, there is some vision to this. Let's bring up the vision board. This is a Kanto 8 onwards equivalent of a 2-0. Yeah. You reversed, okay, wait, this might be good. You reversed the, god damn it, I just opened GIMP. You reversed the reuse from Meursault as it inflicts a random amount of bleed or sinking potency based on mark color Z. Let me check that. Let me check that. Thank you. You reverse the reuse. Let's check the reuse. At less than X HP, or if target has enough Y color, use coin 3 additional time for the skill. And to convert all skills to UBs. Okay, that part is right, at least. On hit with a gained coin. Randomly inflict mauled color on target. Based on blinking potency. I do not think that was reversed. No, you're right, order of operations. Okay. No, you're right. On target divided by Z. You can't remove the variable in that. Okay. Thank you for the specifics. I'm not gonna tell what you're saying a lot of the time without the specifics, because we're just going through so much information. So no, we do need to actually use this information. Okay, cool. So let me just reread this to myself, because before I make the vision board, I want to make sure like I get the entire vision of the skill. More damage based on negative effects. Final part based on blinking. Sure. Use coin additional time if you have mauled color at weak points. Make them into UBs and inflict more blinking. And inflict rouge. Okay. So it's like throw the entire kitchen sink at him. Got it. It's nothing too bombastic, but it is something. It is something that is not out of the ordinary, out of expectations for an ID to use. Okay. I understand now. I also need to clean up my damn vision board. Because this saved with the Faust stuff. And, yeah, it did not get saved. I just need to fix having that be here again. I would say I need to make a copy of a base vision board, but that's literally what I had before, and it just got ruined. Maybe backups are in order. All right, let's delete these. We know that this doesn't need to exist. I'm just gonna move all of this down. While I'm making this, though, I can tell you guys what I think about the IDs so far. If we're going to ignore there being any kind of association with Roja other than like, hoo-hoo, I do a little bit more damage whenever the funny Roja counter goes off. The way I see it is that this is a very simple scaling ID. Not like how charge is simple with scaling, but more so like, hey, I'm here to do damage and I get more powerful the more damage I do, right? That's the general idea. Here, I'll minimize this so you can better see what's going on. This is like your little TikTok satisfaction, like your soap cutting. You get to see the document getting fixed and it getting closer to what it should be. Except it's never gonna be perfectly clean because that's not how this works. But I think with the additional dog mask ability, I think it just gets better at inflicting bleed and some sinking. I need to double check the amount of potency and count applied. Because again, I think since this is a unit more meant to be used on a team, I'm not particularly concerned with like, ooh, okay, this is really good at potency and count, therefore it's a good unit, therefore it's a bad unit. No. We're far enough in where just about any unit can have a place on a team, as long as it does something interesting, and I would not worry about count applications beyond a formality when it comes to these kits. I think we're far enough into the game's history where we know that Project Moon, generally speaking, will make these good. Knock on wood for She-Faust, but that the application is not the part we need to worry about. So we're gonna be anywhere in like 2 to 3 phases with this one. Paul script? Paul script? What the hell is a Paul script? All right, that's a refreshing to hear. Really? Yeah, I think that there is a large amount of expectations with meta on how things are supposed to work. And it's just not true. I think it's just not true. I've been doing this for long enough now where I feel like, I don't know, we don't need to worry about IDs being bad very often. We just need to worry about what could make them bad and then be aware of that when they come out to look out for it, you know? That's the main MO I've got. So let's put up some different music. How's about... want something not too intense. I say that, but I'm about to play Rainbow Road, so fuck all of us, I guess. There we go. It's funny because Mauled Color Rouge is actually just the arrow wound test, but easier to get. Wait, now you've got me wanting to check. Hold on. Before I get into GIMP, I do want to know that I do want to see that. Hold on. Let me hide the window capture. Window, window, window. Where's the window? There's the window. Okay, no. Let me take a look at that. If you're right, that's gonna be really fucking funny. All right, skills. I think this is meant to be lodged arrow. Okay, turn start, gain bleed potency by stack, lose defense level by stack. I mean, this is say gain fragile, but you're not gonna get this off a lot anyway. And you get the arrow back. Gain bleed potency by stack, lose level by stack. Let's take a look at Meursault again. Gain bleed potency by stack, gain defense level down by stack. Huh. Wow. Same thing, huh? That's really funny, actually. Okay, that is pretty damn funny. And you just get this. I mean, the numbers are gonna be different. It's not gonna be a 1-to-1 on stacks. But that is pretty funny. That is pretty damn funny. All right. Let's get to the vision board. So let's take a look at this. I need to first get the icons for those. Potentialist woman is diabolical. Ugh. All right, let's get multicolor rouge. Let's throw the funny statuses up there. To new layer. Let's also get a good picture of this handsome lad. I'm fine with getting the Limbus company logo on this. That's a-okay by me. Get him up there, To new layer. To those that are just coming in recently, we have not gone over Roja yet. She is going to come next. Because I want to handle the simpler stuff first. Layer, scale layer, 600 should be enough. Thank you. I'll put phase 3 elsewhere. Just that's cleaner. Next, le Fauvisme. Oh, Lord, okay. We will take this. Alright, let's get your garb face on deck. No, that still doesn't sound good. To new layer, move this over here. And then, this probably isn't gonna come up in like a phase 0 sense, but whatever. Why does the perfections of dress look like that particular One Piece law pose? Don't worry, I mean, I think it's a coincidence. But you would do well to call it the Solemn Lament Gregor pose. You are right, though. You're absolutely right. All right, so we got those 3 on deck. Is there anything else I need to worry about? I don't think so. I could get defense level down, blinking if I really want to, but I don't particularly think it's necessary right now, maybe in the final. Anyway, let's see. So, phase 1? Phase 1, you have one job and one job only. I take that back. You have the job of everyone in their phase 1 status. So, like, if it seems like I'm stretching these phases out to be more than necessary, this is how I used to do them when IDs were simpler. So, phase 1, apply. Just put that to 9. Apply to a job, chat. Phase 1, apply to a job. Look into the application's eyes, chat. Be not afraid. Apply multicolor rouge as much as humanly possible. As much as possible. I'm glad I know how to read kits. Me too, man. Me too. Me too, man, woman, and or child. Let's see. As much as possible. Because when you do that, you will get La Fauvisme, your fucking dog mask. And then when you get your dog mask, you'll apply more bleed and sinking. Now let me check on the bleed and sinking applications. This applies more bleed, this applies more sinking. I'm not gonna say that this applying more bleed necessarily means he's a bleed-focused unit, but I will say it's very likely for now he's at least a 60-40 split on bleed sinking. Bleed count. Let's see how many times bleed and sinking appear. Just as a rough way to measure it. Bleed, that's 2, 3, 4, 5 instances of bleed, 6, 7, 8 instances of bleed. I should not have had a hiccup there. 9 instances of bleed application. Let's check on sinking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 9 instances of bleed, 6 instances of sinking, which means that yes, bleed is more important on this ID in all likelihood. Factor in getting rouge, yeah, probably is. I don't think that means that the ring is gonna ignore sinking. I just think like, hey, this is a regular ring unit. Of course it does bleed, right? Yeah. Where's stick-up timing? I know, right? So, with that in mind, I would not expect this to be like your main run on a sinking team. We will get to road just later, because that may change. But that being said, its priority is to be primarily bleed / sinking support. So, we'll say advise as much as possible, and also get SP up. All right, phase 2. Phase 2 is, we'll say get up to max. Because there was some implication earlier that we're gonna get a minus coin ID. I'm going to wait. Actually, I can just peek into Roach's kit. I can peek into Roach's kit, see what's up. Coin power down, coin power down. Gain final power and clash power. That usually is a sign of clash or coin power down. Reuse this coin. Oh, gain coin power. No, it's probably not. Probably not. Probably not a negative coin ID. Yeah, I'll assume that it's not. I'll assume it's not relevant regardless. Also get SP up to max. Anyway, phase 2. Scale layer. Get this up to like 600 scale. Okay. So now we'll get this from here. Yeah, I peeped the horror for a second. Duplicate layer. Apply this to get this. So we're saying, how do I want to explain this? I want to explain it like this. Shrink this down. Get. And then we'll extend this out. We'll say get. For whatever reason, I thought I wasn't displaying GIMP, but I was. Get this, which should not be all caps if I want to maintain consistency. Formatting. I love formatting. I love formatting. Oh, yeah. Aren't the new Smiling Friends episodes out? I should probably watch those after this. That'd be nice. Oh, but no, wait. Someone's in the living room sleeping. I can't do that. Oh, well. Get by applying enough. I'll add enough so that it's clear to anyone looking at it. Whenever I make these vision boards, I assume someone wants to be able to understand it without needing to look at the kit itself. So this should do the job. And then I'll even say, you know what? I'll even do this. Form change. Because that should be permanent. If memory serves, this is not temporary. Right. This isn't temporary. I see no reason for Le Fauvist to be temporary. I see no reason for Meursault's furry phase to be temporary. We've established this. By applying enough of this, and then I can just say go ham. We can just say go ham on this one. It's enough. He really is a simple creature. He really is a simple creature. Go ham. There we go. There we go. And then here, more powerful with Rodion. We'll say this. More powerful with Ring Rodion. Okay, there we go, there we go. Waiter, more Shin and Mong IDs, please. It might be a bit. I mean, actually, no, I take that back. When we get Valentina, there probably will be Shin because she had it, right? Because I don't remember... You can just answer this in chat, guys. I don't remember Callisto having it, right? I don't remember Callisto having any of that. He was just kind of a dude. He was just kind of a guy. Okay, but no, that's it. He's a very simple creature. He wants his SP to be at max. We'll actually say SP up to max for... pretty sure most people have shins last I checked. All right, Aether, I see you. At max for blunt power. We'll say that. I might label it better later, but that's fine. He just had a full body conversion. Ooh. I wonder if people who change enough their bodies can't get it. That's interesting. Callisto's shin, like the rest of him, was used to make his masterpiece, Sword Bone. Hey, chat, I'm gonna do something real quick. Hold up. All right, I've turned my audio down a bit. Does that sound better at all? It doesn't seem like it made it quieter. I say that because it was kind of peaking up to the point with like how loud it could get, and I just want to make sure it wasn't like bad audio quality. In any case, we're gonna save this as Meursault's kit because it really is simple. You do what any ID wants. You get the SP, you apply his funny status, you apply enough of the status to get his funny mode, and then you deal damage. That's it. That's it. Does Faust count as a student for the passive? You can ping me again for this. Which passive are you specifically asking about? If it's Rodion's, I don't know yet because I haven't looked into her. But we're gonna be looking into her next. So I'll be able to answer that soon if that's the case. It's going to be, and in either case, it's going to depend on how it's phrased. That's the honest answer. We should be able to tell when looking into it, though. Okay, so Ring Meursault. Ring Meursault. There we go. Save that. All right, cool. Valentina had her eyeball? Yeah. Okay, that's enough. I think we have enough information here. I may come back to this ID later. This vision board later if Roja changes how we work with him, because clearly he's meant to work in a different way. That is a-okay. But for now, get out of here. We don't need you trying to recruit people for a dead-end job, Faust. Don't worry about it. All right. Let's now take a look into what Roja's kit has, which, oh my god, look at the clear and present difference. Man's has 3 statuses. My girl has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7! God damn it, not again. Oh, okay, but no, I think this is more than your average bear. Which, is this a bear mask? It definitely doesn't look like one, in any case. Oh, this feels fitting. The design is immaculate, I agree. No, you're right. How loud is this? Oh, it's not that loud. Afraid of falling to the trap? Okay, guys, we have to acknowledge that when you're going to make a meme out of 2 numbers that are consecutive to each other, it's gonna come up in regular conversation. It's like if I turned a meme out of saying the word goodbye. Yes, I did forget. God fucking damn it. She's a chimera? Okay. I'm just gonna eat a bite of garlic bread real quick and then read it. Holy shit, this is a banger. Why don't I play it more often? Alright, now coffee. Okay. Mask de Loup is a wolf mask? You're so right. Alright, let's bring up this. I'm gonna ignore the vision and team comp on this one. We'll say Fauvist Docent Rodion. We'll put that here. Fauvist Docent Rodion. Now remember, guys, this may not be like the exact power scale, but if it is, it's fitting. But this is the ring's equivalent of the middle's big brothers. Docents are the ring's equivalent of those in the chain of hierarchy. Just like it goes from middle brother, big brother, great brother, it goes student, docent, maestro. So just keep that in mind, that this is the power level we're at. I will remove these, because you already got them. Let's see, and then I'll remove these passives because we don't need those here. I kind of wish I did earlier, but I ran out of time. Oh well. Oh well, oh well, oh well. We just cleared that out, and it's all okay. Okay, there we go. Oh, we don't need this. Okay, we're good, we're good. So we've already gone over Mauled Color Rouge. Now we want to go over Mauled Color Blue.
Why not?
All right, you know what? This track is really good for like when you gotta study at like 12 a.m., right? Is anyone else getting that energy? Anyway, I'm going to just like copy this because it looks like it's exactly the same, except you replace bleed potency with sinking potency, and then at turn end, they lose XSP. Oh, this doesn't loop? I really haven't been using it. Damn! No, you got a loop. That's a good song. For those who don't know, this is from... It's called Wake of Vultures. I don't know what else. We'll just say loop. It's fine, it's fine. Alright, cool. Don't forget that Middle Sinclair is also a young brother. Oh yeah, that's so easy to forget. Well, he's not one yet, technically, but he's gonna be one soon. That might be worth factoring in, actually. Shit.
Yes.
We'll see. We can say Maestros are great brothers, though, at least. Anyway. Lose XSP. Next turn based on the stack. We'll say if at enough stack. So, okay. The main differences here is that these two are the same, except this one applies sinking potency, this one makes them lose SP, not based on the stack, but if at enough stack. The difference here is that this will do like, oh, okay, there's a minimum threshold, but it'll do more the higher the stack goes. This just says, is the stack high enough? Then however higher it gets, it doesn't matter, it's the same effect. Cool. All right, next. We've got her funny form change. Le Fauvisme. Masque de Loup. Alright, cool. So, gain, min, and max speed. Inflict more blinking potency with base skills.
Yes.
And then, on hit, this is basically a combination of several things here. Yeah, you guys can see this well enough. That's good. You can see everything you need to. Cool. On hit, if target has X plus, we're gonna call it MCB, inflict sinking count. On hit, if target has X plus MCR, inflict bleed count. All right, which I just want to make a quick comparison. This is saying that, you know, based on your mauled color, you can inflict different statuses. Let's go back to Meursault's real quick. This one says, if target doesn't have bleed, inflict count. So this one will just inflict the count with enough of the status, where Meursault, they have to not have it already. Keep that in mind. No network? Uh-oh. My Chemical Romance and My Chemical Bromance? Okay, that's good. I might use that in the video, honestly. Good call. What is touchy? I saw that as touchy hardy, like it was some kind of fucking move from the herding teddy bear. That sounds like a herding teddy bear move. No, touche hardy. Touche. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see. What you got? Touche hardy. What you got? Take more HP and SP damage from blinking effects for every X stack. Happy birthday, happy Cinderling season, happy ring season, yeah. Turn end, lose X stack. Guys, we need to acknowledge something. Seasons are entirely community created. Project Moon does not really care. Everything is just like coincidental. But if it's any season, happy finger season. All right. Palette Vibrante. I'm just gonna assume that this is either like a tremor superposition or some kind of just effect that comes up when they have both, or maybe even 3 different kinds of marks, let's say. All right, so let's see what they got. Palette Vibrante, which sounds like a luchador's move. Let's see. I'm sorry, this just came to mind. Palette Vibrante sounds like the name of one of the most queer-coded luchadors ever, and I'm so happy for them. Status teams are fine now? Yeah. Take more damage from the ring? Faction identities. You don't say. Oh, you probably can't see this. And then if the attacker is both in the ring and School of Fauvism, take even more damage instead. Ooh la la. All right, next. Combat start. Randomly gain bleed, sinking. Okay, no. Randomly gain blinking. No. 1 of blinking P and C. For every stack. That's a bit of custom terminology. I think it makes sense. Combat end. Effect expires. Have MCR and MCB stacks on the unit. Okay, that's pretty nice. This definitely feels like it'd be on a skill 3 or a skill 3-2 effect. I like that a lot. Cool. And then L'Hommage. What we got on L'Hommage? These are the most French IDs yet. Let's go. That's saying something considering that Camille exists. Let's see. Turn start. Randomly gain offense level up or defense level up for every stack. And turn end. Effect expires. Sure. Am I dumb, or does the increased coin power by bleed and scene count not have a cap? So caps are not labeled in kits. So we will need to work around that when making the kit review. That doesn't mean it's impossible to have some expectations for it. It just means it's not spelled out to us. But I would assume that if a status or effect seems too good to be true, it will have a cap. For reference, Hong Lu's, or Lord of Hong Lu's Death Defiance, where he just doesn't die, did not have a cap in the kit, but it still had the cap in the game.
Yes.
Caps are usually 3 to 4 at the end. Yeah, okay. You know what? You're spitting. You're getting an idea of hey, this is kind of how things tend to go. That's called precedent, which I don't know why I'm telling you what precedent is, but yeah, we base a lot of how kit reviews work and how they expect IDs to work before release based on precedent. It's not a perfect system, but it does tend to work more often than not. Reflexion now. Cannot use critique. During the turn, this unit has this effect. Okay, so I do like that icon, by the way, to whoever said it earlier. Now remember, it does seem like this status is related to what Meursault has going on here. You know, does not have Reflexion. It expires, so his imperfections are being addressed. What exactly does it do, though? Turn start, heal SP. Awesome. Turn end, lose X stack.
Yes.
Yes. When this effect... Ooh, wait, okay, I'm seeing the order of operations now. When this effect ends, gain L'Hommage. Next turn equal to the number of... I see why someone was asking before. The ring student identities on the field. So for the record, we have 3 student identities. Meursault, Otis, and Yisong. Faust does not count for this. In fact, I will double check on that right now. Just so that we can get a visual on it. Limbus wiki. GG. So first off, let's go to an ID that is absolutely a Ring student. Ring Yi Song. This just takes us to it, wow. But yeah, students in the name. The finger's the ring pointillist. So it is not based on factions because we can see that student is not, oh, you guys can't see it actually. Wait, yes you can, I'm dumb, you can see it. It is not based on factions because we can see that student is not in here. They may change that later. But for now, it's based on being in the name. So, let's take a look at Ring Faust. We can see here that this is the Ring Apprentice Faust. Oh, you guys actually can't see it. Hold up. This is Ring Apprentice Faust. There's no student mentioned here, so it's all in the name. Which means that the Ring student applies to Otis, Yi-song, and once he comes out, Meursault. That's how that works. That's how that works. So yeah, this will be able to get up to 3 right now. And more if we get more. I assume it would affect Apprentice as it is part of being a student? No, you need to think of this as Lawyer Ball. If anyone here has played Yu-Gi-Oh!, you're very familiar with this. You don't treat words that sound similar as being the same thing. They are treating this as, this is the name you use, this is the text we look for. Think of it like keywords. It's the difference between chocolate and chocolatey on your cereal boxes. Chocolate has a certain number of restrictions the FDA has to go through to allow you to put it. Chocolatey? No. That shit can be synthetic as fuck. The more you know. Anyway, I'm gonna eat a cheese stick and we're gonna get to our other page. Yes, okay, you get it. Destroy one magic card, not the same as negate one magic card. You get it. Perfect way to phrase that. Okay, let's take a look here. I'm very curious to see what critique does. 6 skills. Oh. Okay, this is normally where I'd change the music, but this is such a bop. I don't want to change it. I don't want to change it at all. Yep. So it's like how you ate a cheese stick, not a cheesy stick. Correct. A cheese stick, if I were lactose intolerant, would screw me up. A cheesy stick, if I were lactose intolerant, would not screw me up. Okay. So now, let's get passives. We have... Wait, can you guys see this? I just want to make sure I'm not... No, you can't see it right now. Let me reveal the notepad. Okay. Okay, cool. So this passive is mentorship. What does it do? Let me just... There we go. Turn start. Ooh! Gain l'hommage equal to... Oh, it's Arknight's music. That makes sense. Arknight's does have bops. You know what? I probably got this track from Sunil. Because I remember getting some music that he often liked, and I said, hey man, you know other gachas that have good music. I don't want to play other gachas, but I like their music. What do you recommend? And I just took it from him. So thank him for this one. Gain l'hommage equal to the number of the Ring student IDs on the field. Let's see. And then also randomly apply number of Ring students IDs on the field. Off level up / defense level up to any X of Ring student IDs. Yep, okay. That is fair. Okay, so yeah, we're already getting like docent abilities with being a mentor. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's see here. Le Fauvist Meursault Sauvages. I don't know if I said that correctly, but honestly, it's whatever. Let's see. We've got Le Fauvist Meursault Sauvages, which I assume means the animals, savage colors. Moles. Combat end. Yeah, Faust is not a student. We can confirm that. We can confirm that. Inflict palette vibrante next. Ah, shit. Alright, let's see. Next turn to enemies that have MCR, MCB, and Touche Party simultaneously. You know, if I were able to say this incorrectly upon my first read, what are the odds we're gonna get a lot of annoying jokes out of this? To be clear, I'm not gonna make them. I know I can make annoying jokes myself. I have no intention to. Has... ooh, wait. If target has enough rouge and blue, inflict palette vibrante. Realer. Okay. If target has enough MCR and MCB, inflict Y, likely more, palette vibrante instead. I do like saying palette vibrante though. I do like saying that. It's really nice. Hold up. There you go. There you go. Make it so y'all can see it now. That's better. That's better. All right, next we've got turn end. Gain le Fauvisme Masque de loup if any X of the following conditions. Project Moon, no! Project Moon, no. Why? Okay. I hate this variable X. Why would you do that? Normally, you could say, if we remove the X, if any of the following conditions are met, and you could say, oh, okay, I've done this enough times. I've done one of these things. Now that it's X, that's likely two. I have to be ready for one or two. I'm just saying it's gonna make the review a little more annoying, but it's fine. That's my problem. That's my problem that's self-inflicted. But damn! Inflicted, I'll say PV, X times, used critique. They really like this critique move. X times, or used, burst forth the pulsing crimson, crimson under your skin X times. Fuck you mean X, on the conditional? Yeah. If any X of the following conditions are met. If this X weren't here, it would have been if any one of these were. I'm not saying that for balance reasons, I'm saying like, I would be sure that you only have to do one and better able to guide that way. My best guess is this probably means two. I'm going to assume it's two most likely, but I'll just make a case for what to do if it's only one. I think that's how I handle it.
Yes.
Stuff like this happens every so often and it's fine. You just learn to work with it. Oh wait, this isn't the sin-powered passive? Oh, I jumped to conclusions. Hold up. This is just like this. Which it should be based on the way it's phrased, but still. All right, sin passive. Needs a rougher touch for this part. Okay. How's about? Needs a rougher touch for this part. How long since we had a one-line passive? It's been a bit. All right, and then after that, I'll change the song, because as much as I love it, we've been on it for a bit. Inflict more MCR, MCB, and TH. Cool, very simple and to the point. And now the support passive, finally. We have nice and slow. Don't let it break. Me with a flimsy ass number 2 pencil. Let's see. This does apply the following interesting way effects to the ID with the earliest deploy order. Wait, this looks cool. If lust resin is of an odd number, inflict more bleed potency. If lust resin is of an even number, inflict more sinking potency. Wait, I like that. I like that a lot. And then, if the ID is of the ring faction, gains off or defense level up at turn start. Ooh, I really like that it's different based on whether it's even or odd. You know, I think Project Moon is really doing the ring, the random bullshit go. I think Project Moon is doing the ring and making them into the random bullshit go faction and doing them justice through that. You see a lot of random effects, either be super OP or like super underpowered and unreliable, and they're doing really well. Ignore the fact that Ring Yi's song is the thorn in Kim Ji-hoon's side for a while. I don't think that's because of the random effects, to be fair. That's because of coin reuse. But still, it's really cool to see. All right, and we're finally out of the passives. We're finally out of the passives. All right. Let's go. So next, what I want to do, let's go Southern. There we go. Is the support passive going to be owned or res? Doesn't say. Seems like it's more likely to be res based on the wording. Because I find it would be an odd precedent if it were owned and then be based on lust resin. Like, I think we've had cheaper support passives that were only based on one before. And this, I think, is just unwieldy. If I had to guess, probably a minimum 2. It's minimum 2, highest minimum would be 3, because it's so unwieldy that you can't easily control what buff you're getting. That's the main idea. Alright, but yeah, with all the buffs, KG's finally made peace with the Ring Yi song, yeah. Alright, so let's see. It doesn't say that it has to use X times to fulfill a passive conditional. Oh, you're right. I guess that came out of my head. Okay, you're right. Thank you for the specific details. I appreciate it very much. All right, now we're getting into skills. We'll get into defense 1. We'll get into critique soon, but let's start with the base. We'll say blunt. I'll actually write out its name. Trimming the medium. Blunt. 2 coin. Clashable counter. Alright, what do we have? Deal more damage if target has PV. Oh, you guys can't see this probably, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, in fact, let me do this so that you can see it all a bit better. And it's probably not a perfect way to handle it, is there? No, actually, I should just do this. Other way around. Yeah, no, that's good. That'll do. Deal with damage this target has PV, and then before use, on the counter. Oh, I can finally do my instinctual French accent whenever I just sometimes say shit. Oh my god, it's appropriate. Awesome. If this unit does not have reflexion, and if the target has enough negative effects, activate as critique. Interesting. Okay, that's nice. Alright, why are you guys saying thread spinning farm stage? I would assume that's from context that I'm not privy to, so that's fine. On use. Gain final power based on blinking on target. Okay. And then coin effects. So far, it's interesting that it gets us a defense 2, but nothing too out of the ordinary. Coin 1, inflict bleed, MCR, and then inflict more if target does not have MCR. Inflict more MCR if target does not have MCR. Cool. Coin 2, inflict sinking, Nope, no, do it like this. MCB, inflict more, oh, no, do it like this, keep it consistent. Inflict more MCB if target does not have MCB. Cool. All right, cool. That's pretty simple. It's just good at getting your MCR and MCB stacks up, I would assume. Which this ID very much wants to do because my understanding is that she wants to get to her funny transformation, which means she wants to inflict Palette Vibrante, use Critique, or use her funny skill 3 too. So, let's take a look at Critique and just see how good that is. Defense 2. Critique. Blunt 1 coin, clashable counter. Alright, let's see. So what the hell do you do? Deal more damage based on negative... Can you guys see it? Yeah, you guys can see it. Negative effects on target, and then deal more... Also, if target has PV. Cool. Now for on-use effects. On-use. Gain clash power. I don't think I need to add up. If target has PV. Okay. Then gain final power if target has enough blinking. And then gain clash power based on negative effects on target. So we're seeing 3 different clauses. Oh, actually no, clash power up is different. My bad. That is a status. Clash power is just based on the skill. Clash power up is an actual status you can get that'll affect all of your skills for the rest of the turn. Right. Okay. Wait for every type. We'll see. All right, so we've got, and then on skill end, we'll get to the coins very soon. Skill end, gain reflexion. So let's take a look at the coin effects. Let's see, coin 1. Reuse this coin for every X types of negative effects on target. So I already saw someone talking about it in chat. Yes, I see no world in which this doesn't have a cap of like, I think the maximum reuse times would be 4. There's an implication here that this could be a very powerful skill. In fact, you know what? We can find out. Hold on, we can literally find out how many times this coin is reused. Because there's one thing that we don't get from the kits, but we do get from something else. Hold on here. This is like one of the few things that the trailers are able to tell us. Hold up. So let me mute this for a second, and then we'll remove the notepad. Hold up. Let's take a look at Roja. Okay, so we've got the Rodion ID here. We want to look for the counter. We want to look for her using her counter. So that's skill 1. Or I guess I'll check how many coins each of the skills have, just so that I know reference and can easily direct. So skill 1 is 1 coin, skill 2 is 2 coins, skill 3 is 4 coins, skill 3 is 4 coins. Okay. So 1, 2, okay, cool. So this is the skill 2. This is the skill 3. 1, 2. Oh, sorry. Let me go back just to be sure. So skill 1, 1 coin. Skill 2, 1, 2. 2 coins. Skill 3, 1, 2. Why was it also 2? Keep going. Palette Vibrante. We can see Palette Vibrante is on there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 moves. Okay, this is a clash. You can tell this is a counter because there is a clash being used on it first before any hit. Different skill 2? No, this is now a clashable counter. Clashable counters will show that they're clashable counters because they will show a clash. That's how that works. 1, 2. So that is very likely the first clashable counter because it had 2 coins and it did not have a reuse clause. Let's keep watching. Clash. Now we watch for how many hits there are. 1, 2. It could be as little as 1 or 2, it seems. Let's go back. Let's see if there's a way to tell the number of impacts. Okay, this might sound off, but I'm actually going to go back to the kit because there's a way that we can better tell. So, on the use, the coin inflicts bleed, inflicts sinking, and inflicts a bunch of other coins, or a bunch of other effects. We go back here. I'm going to play this at half speed. And then, here's the clash. Okay, you can see her getting a move off. We want to look for particle effects. So particle effects will show what kind of status is applied. Now, fortunately or not, there are several different kinds of effects being played here, which can kind of muddy it, but as long as we can tell, like, hey, on hit, every hit, this is going to apply a bunch of effects. So we really just need to tell, like, hey, as long as some effect is being applied, we can tell. So 1, 2. That was the first counter. I'm sorry. I misled you. I have led you down the wrong path like that one gloop shitto from Nocturnal Sweeping. That was the first counter. Here is the second one. There's the clash. You can see paint spatters. You can see a bit of marking beyond what was already on the enemy to show that MCB or MCR have been applied. Okay, now here's where it gets tricky. Here's where it gets tricky. We want to check frame by frame now, because we can tell there's some darker colors, right? Darker colors, there's a mark already on here, claw marks, red, blue claw marks. There's going to be some brighter ones on hit that come in the background. So I'm going to let the first hit go through. That's the first hit. We know what to look for here. This big mark is probably just from the attack itself. I wouldn't call that a status. Now we go frame by frame. We see it starting to fade. And then impacts are going to come up soon. Any second. That's 1 impact. So that's 1 reuse. Now that doesn't mean that all the impacts are going to look like that. So that's 1. We can see that there's a little bit more. If you look right in the back here, there's this white fleck of paint. It's going to expand. See, it expands a little bit out. So on that, it's reused at least once. We can see another impact here, so that's twice. It looks like a 3rd time. So I'm inclined to think this coin gets reused 3 times. It looks like 3 reuses exactly. And we can say 3 and not more, because the promos, like, imagine you're making an advertisement. You want to make the ID look strong. So you're going to show the ID doing the strongest thing it can do. We reliably get the strongest number of these in these promo videos. So we're looking at max 3, yeah. That appears to be it. Unless, and there's one condition. No, I'm wrong, never mind. I was gonna say unless, like, the hit only takes place during this flurry, but that's wrong. Because we could see, like, splotches being put on at the start. It looked like there were 4 audio cues. Really? I mean, that's trickier. We can give it a listen. I'll admit, I'm not as experienced with this kind of use. Just remember I'm saying 3 reuses, not 3 coins total. That's what's important. No, I'm not hearing 4. I'm hearing only 3. Like, if you're talking about the sound that comes up alongside the, you know, impact burst, it looks and sounds like 3. Let's play it again. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I saw 3 flashes. That's 3. That is absolutely 3. Oh, note that you don't have audio. Thank you, Aether. I love the way OBS works, man. I complain about OBS, but honestly, it's just a skill issue. It always has been. Here. You guys should be able to hear it soon. Here's the clash. Here's the first hit. I'm gonna play that again so you can hear it again, but that was 3 impacts to me. And that's the form change. Unless she's attacking again? She's not. Okay. So we'll go again. 1, 2, 3. I feel confident that's 3. That looks like 3. All right. So I feel like that's about it. I'm gonna mute the browser audio now. I think we can pretty reliably say it's 3. That's usually more confident than I am with this sort of stuff, so I'm gonna say, yeah, pretty reliably say it's 3. 4 coins total. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. We're gonna play this again because it didn't get its time in the sun. Coin 3 reuses, yeah. Yeah, it's nice, it's handy! Alright, notepad, let's go. 4 coin counter sounds like a pain for enemies? I mean, it looked like a pain for him, yeah. Max 3? Now, I'm putting this question mark here. Oh, yeah, okay, hold up. Oh, I didn't show it. You can't see it, but I'm putting a question mark here by max 3 because I want it for personal use. I might go back to sleep later or get a comment later and realize something about that is off, and we'll address that. But still, we'll inflict blinking potency. We'll say P. Randomly inflict MCR or MCB. Inflict TH if this is the Xth coin used. Okay, so by the way, I could probably see what inflicts TH if I go back to the trailer. I don't want to. I can do that later, and it might not even be something that we can see through an impact effect. That's just the way the cookie crumbles with how the visuals work in Limbus. So, oh well. We now move on to the regular skills. But I also see why the counter is very useful. We'll start with the skill 3 too. Alright, let's give it a look, see. I'm not gonna give the name, but I will say the name. Burst forth the pulsing crimson under your skin. Yo! We get inner body blood volcanoes! Hooray! But also, yes guys, when a coin is reused, it also gets additional coin power because it's being flipped again, which means the coin power that was already there applies again. Okay, so, blunt, 4 coin UB. What do we have? Oh, it's our favorite, unfocused volley. So, deal dead. Deal more damage. Just gonna do it for this. Based on negative effects on target if target has PV. Okay, cool. On use, gain coin power based on blinking on target. Okay, does Rusty Coin reuse defensive skills? I don't know. I'm sorry. I guess that's a question for the rest of chat. Coin effects. Yeah, I'm not the Mirror Dungeon streamer, I fear. Coin 1, inflict, bleed, MCR. I'm gonna get so much mileage about the MCR bits, I swear. Inflict, bleed, count, MCR. Coin 3, inflict, sinking, MCB. Coin 4, inflict, bleed count? Oh, this coin hits all targets. Okay. This coin hits all targets. Inflict, bleed, count. Inflict, touche hadi. TH. Okay. Good start. I do like this. I do like that we're getting unfocused volleys that hit more targets. It's a nice progression to where we're at. Eventually, we might just have skills that just plain are non-unfocused volley, non-damage reduction, and have more attack weight without being a skill 3-2. It's nice. Alright. But I'm in no rush for that, though. Alright, so... Alright, so... Blunt... 4 coins. Alright, what do we have? What do we have? So... Deal more damage. Is this literally the same as the other one? I think so. Control C. Control V. More damage based on negative effects on target, and target has the Palette Vibrante. This has so many effects that are just fun to say, man. It makes me happy. God, the French language can be fun to use sometimes. Before use, if target has enough negative effects, activate S32 instead. Actually, wait, can you guys see it? Can you guys see it? Can you smell it? If not, I can do that. That makes it better. That makes it so much better. Cool. All right, next. And then on use, gain coin power based on blinking on target. Cool. You can, well, you can see it better now. All right, cool. So, coin effects. Coin 1, inflict bleed. MCR. It looks like it's a lot of the same stuff, but different. Coin 2, inflict bleed. Count. MCR. Alright. Coin 3. Inflict sinking. MCB. Coin 4. Inflict bleed count. Coint count. And then inflict TH next turn if target has enough negative effects. And then inflict TH. Like, oh, okay, so it does it this turn and next turn effectively. I don't know why it's phrased that way, but fine. Personally, I would have reversed the order of these two, but semantics, whatever. Cool. Expression of primary colors. Ooh, Shimanse. Alright, cool, cool, cool. So we've got blunt, 2 coins. What do we have? Deal more damage based on, say it with me now, negative effects on target. And also, let's just copy and paste the damn clause. Okay. Paste. Target is PV, but also, if target has X plus types of mold color, 2. I'm going to assume it's 2 because there are only 2 and they wouldn't put it on this unit if we couldn't use that effect. On use. Gain. Big claws, big meaty claws indeed. Very fitting for the new Gregor intervalo. Gain final power based on blinking. Alright guys, what do you guys think? You guys think there's like a Blemmer blinking shrinking synergy here with this Roja, Zhong Ishmael, N-Corp Ryoshu, and Night Owl's Greg? What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? Right? You think there's something there? I think there's something there. I think there's a 3 keyword team potential here. Gain final power based on blinking. Did we have bleed sinking before? I want to say no, but I'm probably wrong, honestly. I think you need 3 IDs with bleed and sinking. Really? Gain coin power based on, yep, negative effects on target. I mean, I guess you could consider more ring IDs, sure. You need an ID with all 3 statuses? Is that true? Talk to me like I'm 5. Why? Like, genuinely. As long as you can just have an even spread of, like, I guess at least 4 IDs with all 3 statuses, that's feasible, right? Like, or at least 4 IDs with each with 1 status, that's feasible, yeah? I don't know, I think it's interesting. Coin effects. Coin 1. Inflict bleed MCR. For 2 statuses, you need 3 IDs with the same keywords, then 2 IDs for each keyword by itself. Really? Okay, I don't understand the why, but I'll trust that. Coin 2, inflict sinking count. MCB. Inflict touche hardy if enough negative effects. Inflict TH with enough negative effects. I think in the video I'm just gonna call this the negative clause. Or the ring clause. No, the negative ring clause? That'll be something. I'll find some way to do it. You can do bleed charm pretty easily and it can be cosmetic? Okay, I see that. Got it, that makes sense. Cool, thank you very much. Also, sinking is rain cloud, so they can just be backup? What is rain cloud? What am I missing? That does not sound familiar to me at all for whatever reason. Either way, we have the skill 1. Blunt. 1 coin. All right. You guys could be gaslighting me for all I know. It's got the same regular clause. Deal more damage based on this, and if target has PV. Oh, a sinking tier 4 gift. Understood. It's a new gift. You know what? Maybe I'll try a 3 keyword 60 adversity run this month. That sounds fun. Maybe, because I haven't streamed that yet, I think it could be fun. We'll try it. In any case, on use, gain, clash, and final power based on blinking on target. There's a guide online for triple status teams. Mods, if someone wants to post that, not necessarily the mods, but if that person wants to post it, you can let them. If YouTube doesn't block it anyway. If YouTube blocks it, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. Coin 1. Reuse this coin if target, has enough negative effects. Okay, what does it do? Inflict, bleed count, sinking, not tinking, sinking. MCR, okay. I know I wasn't really talking about the ID a lot for the past few minutes. That's only because we kind of get an idea of what we are working with, or maybe I'm just used to this by now. But we have all the skills now documented. And it seems to me, if I'm just gonna talk myself through it, which I should do because I need the breakdown here. Main prerogative, I'll just scroll this here, is to get to the loop mask, pardon me, as soon as possible. This is done by using skill 3-2, inflicting PV, or using critique enough times. So how do you do that? How do you inflict... Let's talk about how we inflict palette vibrante. All the different ways you do that. How to inflict palette vibrante. Let's see. So, palette vibrante, let's just see where all it comes up. This is a non-sin powered passive. Inflict PV next turn to enemies that have all 3 of these. Have all 3 of MCR, MCB, and TH on an enemy. Have enough MCR and MCB on an enemy. Okay, cool. Is that the only way? Is that the only means? If target is palette vibrante, inflict bleed, inflict sinking, inflict MCR, MCB, inflict TH. Deal more damage if palette vibrante. 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 It does not look like there is another means to inflict it from the skills. Let's take a look here. Palette vibrante, palette vibrante. I'm looking for mentions in other different skills. Palette vibrante. Palette vibrante is the skill. It looks like that is not the case. So this passive is the only means with which to inflict palette vibrante. Cool, awesome, nice. Hello. Alright, so... that means... that... your goal is now to inflict MCR, MCB, and TH. You can ignore TH if you want, but considering that every skill she has, other than her Skill 1, I'm going to say the defensive ones you have more control over, so we're not going to worry about those. Inflicts it, then that's half of her skills. Now, is it necessarily going to happen? No, this only happens with the regular ring clause. I don't think you can actually see that right now. The skill 2 only does it with the ring clause. The skill 3 does it this turn, but does Tush Hardy stick around? No, it loses its stack. At the same time, though, it shouldn't matter if your goal is to inflict Pallet Vibrante. Pallet Vibrante also will remain, hold on, until combat end. Okay, but even if the effect expires at combat end, it doesn't stop the fact that she inflicted it. And since she inflicted it, this contributes here. Now, how do we get to critique? We get to critique. If the units don't have reflection on target... Whoa, wait. If she doesn't have reflexion and the unit has X types of negative effects. Okay. So if the enemy has enough negative effects and it's your first time using the counter, then you can just use it to use critique and add to this actual, like, numeric counter, as in it is counting, times critique has been used. Remember, we were talking about how to get to Le Fauvisme. And then lastly, it's using the skill 3 too. Would you use the skill 3 too? If the enemy has enough negative effects. So, if we boil that down, what does that mean? In the most basic terms, you can get Loup Mask by inflicting enough negative effects on target and using S3, inflicting a lot of MCR, MCB, and TH, or inflicting enough negative effects on target and using counter several times. Cool. Chances are, since you can't, it appears, use critique twice in one turn, because you can't use it if you have reflexion, and this skill gives you reflexion, then using critique seems to be the longest method of getting this. So I had a lot of MCR inflicted upon me in HS. I don't need more. You're going to get more because the theater kids are back and they have made their own gallery. Like, don't tell me this is not the kind of mask someone who listens to MCR would not wear. What was that song? Bad Wolf? God, that was like a 2015-zer. Whatever. Cannot use critique during turn this unit has the effect. Lose SP, or, yeah, heal SP, lose X stack. When the effect expires, gain Le Homage next to an equal number for the ring student identities on the field. I want to also check on Le Homage, because this is another effect that comes up relatively often when using her. Gain this equal number of ring student identities on the field. It'll expire at the turn end. So she will just have this every turn. She will have this effect every turn, where she'll randomly gain offense or defense level up. So, expect Rodion to have Le Homage every turn as long as ring students are in your team. Cool, handy that. Heal SP, lose X stack. And this can double your Homage effectively. I guess it really is just doubling what you get later and then healing SP, which is really funny when you think of how reflecting on yourself works. That's nice, that's nice. Anything else of note? We've addressed these three. Touche Hardy. This is kind of nice, I gotta say. Fauvisme. Yeah, I think we've addressed all the statuses. Let me just check on what this does again. Inflict more blinking potency with base skills. Inflict more sinking and bleed count based on what is here and gain min and max speed. Okay. Honestly, there are some Shin passives that are weaker than this, which is really funny to me. But okay. I think that's enough information for us to make a vision board out of it. So let's start getting into that now. I will minimize, or I'll hide this. Let's move on from here. And since we're already talking about MCR and freaking 2010s to 2015's emo music, even if MCR was older, let's play Rosta Beast. Okay, cool. Alright, let's see. What's the point of overanalyzing it? Just win rate and unfocused and use strongest skills and focused? What's the point of anyone talking about the gameplay in this game in general? What's the point of anything in life that brings us joy? Why would you come here just to say that? Unless it's a genuine question. If it's a genuine question, that's fine. Anyway. We climb the mountain because it's there. So, adapting this from Meursault. If you want a more genuine answer, though, it's because people like understanding how things work, because they like self-imposed challenges. And also, adversity will, like, empty adversity and refraction railway speedruns will contribute to this if you want a more common use. Let's see. We'll put this here, just so that it matches. We'll delete Meursault, just gotta do some cleanup here. Layers, scale, 600, Scale that, put this here. And then I think the phases are a little more complex here. We have to consider the 3 ways to get the form for Ring Rodion, then we can use it to guess the turn cap for transformation. Yes, that is true. I do think that there are too many variables to be entirely sure of it, and I'm going to wait on even attempting that until the video. Because I usually make updated kit reviews that go online as actual posts than just on stream for that. So we can work in loose ends right now. That's enough. Let's see. So phase 1, I think we can keep this similar to how it was with Meursault, except I'm going to add to this. Can I make this work? Yes, I can. It was a genuine question, though. I wish Limbus had more depth that justify and reward thought-provoking strategies, or thought-building strategies. Thank you for clarifying. I genuinely don't know a lot of the time when people ask, because I get very variety of joke answers, and people genuinely don't think that it should be reviewed sometimes. That being said, it's really for fun. I have found that before I did these kit reviews, I just did like, hey, I want to do funny strats that make me think of ways to do things, like getting Soda to crit before we even had any poise IDs on Honglu. Because I thought finding challenges and things that, you know, weren't necessary to beat the game were there, because the game, I think as you did say, was easy. Which means that you find joy in that which you have not been directed to do. In self-created tasks, in self-created challenges, in self-imposed goals, one could say. And after wanting to look more into it and understand the game, and understand why other people appreciated it more, I found more joy in that. I have also come to understand the meta better, and I've learned to talk more to the meta, which is what a lot of my kit reviews are about. But I think people playing just for fun are just as valid. I think it's fine that people win rate if they want to. I am just of the mind that no one has any business telling anyone else how to play their video game, and we should be willing to talk about that in any context. Although I will admit, I also lean more into talking about the meta because that's what my audience wants in kit reviews, generally. So yeah, there's that. I don't think Rodion gets this buff that Meursault gets, though. I will double check that, but I'm pretty sure she does not. No mention of any SP buff, no mention of any SP buff. So we're going to remove that, because that is Meursault. Also get SP up, though, because that is just good to have. That's just good to have. Yeah, there is another more difficult boss, or difficulty update coming with this interval, which is going to be very interesting. I'm excited as well. So next step. Sorry, phase 1 is to apply these different statuses, because they are the most important to Rodion. I think... Do I want to get Touche Hardy in here? I think I do. With skills. Also get SP up. Sure, we'll do that, and then I can easily conjugate or format this by doing this. There we go. And then Touche Hardy. That's nice. Okay. Hope they won't put all Nurse Fathers in the same field as Boss Rush. Now that you mention it, that would be a lot of fun, though. I guess my only reason why I wouldn't want them to do it is because they would probably nerf it. But if they make it stupid hard, that'd be so fucking funny. Alright, this... Okay, there we go. That fits in so nicely. Okay. Next... We got Phase 2, which I think is still get form change, yeah? Yeah, form change is mainly it. I think with that, I do like how you do have the choice of going low and slow and just inflicting the critique more times. Although it does seem to me like, Sorry, just thinking. I might need to define a ring clause for this. Hold on. I need to find something. Is there a ring icon? Hold on. The ring student e-song. Is there like ego gifts? Hold on, I'm cooking for a second. Let me do something. The ring. Or I guess, yeah, the ring. Okay. So I'm looking at Maestro's ring turned artwork. I don't care. Spark of inspiration. I'm looking for an icon that looks very ring. And I guess Spark of inspiration would work. Or I could just get an image of the ring. Let's do that. Let's get the ring image. The ring. Just literally the ring's icon. Yep, that's it. I'll screenshot that. I don't care about removing the transparency right now. We can do that later. Isn't the ring icon the multicolored file? Yeah, it is. I was thinking there might be a status that does it just as well, but that's fine. Okay, so this new layer. I'm going to scale this down. And then say, like, 100. Alright. You know what? 200's fine. Make it easier to see. Layer, scale layer, 200. Cool. We take this. Oh, the sun's coming up. Nice. Put it here. I'm gonna move this over because it's not as relevant. And we'll say, we'll get a different color. Ring claws. No. Ring claws. Activates with enough negative effects on target. We'll just highlight all of that and shrink it down to like 80. Yeah, I think this will just make it easier. What do you guys think? I just start saying, hey, ring claws? And just use either this icon or say ring claws. I think that's handy. All right, let's see. Wait, sun's coming up. Are you from EDT? CDT, basically. I think this is good. So we get form change. Let me get an icon for the form change. Ooh, go. We've got this. Yes, ring claws is useful. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so we'll take this, paste it here to new layer. We can delete this and then scale this up into 600 points. Epic the Musical is never leaving my mind. We've established this by either okay, makes it easier to describe E-Song Skill 2 and Ring Lu Skill 2. Yeah, that's true. I'm trying to think about this because I want to make it clear to anyone that doesn't see the kit how this works. So I think with Phase 1, I say it like this. Let's ignore SP because that should be a given with many IDs. I think whenever I say add SP when doing phase 1, that either means the ID is boring or that it has something specific with SP. Wit skills to apply. We'll say in order, because, you know, clarity. And I'll shrink this down a bit. Or no, we'll do it like this. We'll do it like this. That's good. That should make it clearer. So our first step is to apply PV. Palette Vibrante. God, that's so fun to say. Palette Vibrante. Phase 1 having heading of Strat 1, Strat 2, Strat 3. I think in general you just want to apply Palette Vibrante though. Like, I don't think you need to apply Palette Vibrante only as justification for getting the effect. I think it's genuinely useful. Layer, scale layer. Also because even if you were to go that angle, these are additional negative effects. So like this is 4 negative effects. You do that, you are working your way into getting it. Yeah. So then get form change this by either inflicting enough. I gotta duplicate this. So applying enough. Inflicting enough is gonna get a little cramped. Don't worry, I'll clean it up soon. 96 points, because that's standard. And remember, the full vision board is going to be cleaner than this. So I might want to shrink it, because damn, this is gonna need quite a bit of text. Okay. We'll condense it a little bit for now. Yep. I'll get rid of this because it's not very handy for me. Delete this. Delete this. Or using, we'll say enough. We'll say Clash will counter. Or using Clash will counter enough, which I can just get the icon for. Yeah, yep. We'll do this. And then I will take Ring Claws. And we will have this. Here. And then I'll do this. Oh, no, wait. This will make it a lot clearer. Yes, add an asterisk, motherfucker. Okay, and then... Okay, cool. I think that'll help make it clearer. It's a little more complex, which I don't love, but that'll help make it clear. How do you pronounce their subfaction? Fauvist. So imagine, like... At least I'm pretty sure it's Fauvist. It is French, but I don't think the French have issues saying their V's. But imagine fauna, flora and fauna. Fauna, animals, they wear animal hats. Fauvist. The Fauvists of the ring. That's it. Do any of these count as unique charge? No! These two IDs do not count as unique charge. There is no charge to be spoken of here. And then last but not least, or using the skill 3. Which I think also comes with this. Or... by either... Actually, no, do this. Or this. Or, skill 3 too. And we put that here. Again, this is just product of it being new. And then we duplicate this. And then I add This, I'm probably gonna rework it because it's not quite as clear as I'd like, but whatever. And then put this here. Oh, that's it, no. Why do you have a crown? Oh, it's the nugget crown? Okay, so fun fact for everyone that, everyone that's on stream. I pick my model kind of at random. I don't always know which model I have when I run it. It's just literally a fray model. And apparently the one I picked has the nuggets that's procedurally generated when I was doing the Bokgak nugget challenge for the Refraction 1 Bokgak. Anyway, so you're gonna see nuggets appear on me. That's fine, that's fine. So, face reveal when? I don't know. Maybe never, maybe someday. I genuinely don't know. But that accomplishes phase 2. We get the form change. Now, after the form change, what do we really care about? I think we care about just maximizing these clauses. Maximizing palette vibrante, maximizing negative effects, getting to the skill 3-2 as often as possible, getting l'hommage, but even that I don't think matters a lot. I think just having this passive, like this sin powered passive, is more important. Which I'm inclined to believe. It could go either way with the information at hand. I'm inclined to believe it's resin based. Because it feels like it's pretty powerful for what this ID wants to do. And that's about it. I would say just everything is more powerful. I will say this. Everything is more powerful with every go ham, but apply, and then I'll add ring claws there as much as possible. And then we'll put that to 96. But apply this. And then we'll duplicate this. Duplicate layer. I think it's a little vague, but I think for now this is a good template. Okay, I think that's it. Does anything feel missing? I don't feel a need... Well, okay, this doesn't need to be here right now. I don't feel a need to add much about l'hommage or much about the specific effects of critique or Meursault stuff, because that's not really based on how you get this to be as powerful as possible. I think this is it. I think this is it. Better than face reveal when dog reveal? I revealed the dogs. Wait, let me rephrase that. I have revealed the animals that live in my house before. Status is being the prescripts to the ring? Yeah, pretty much. I think that's everything. You just have a free catalog of gimmicks? Yes, that's it. That's exactly right. I think that's it. So your main idea is that you want to apply as many negative effects as possible, and then basically choose a goal. Either keep applying negative effects and use palette vibrante and get it a lot, or you get lucky and you have a lot of negative effects on an enemy and use the skill 3, that works. Or you're just somehow not able to apply enough negative effects to get palette vibrante, so you just keep using the counter. And it may very well take 2 of these to work. Path of least resistance for me seems like you want to use palette vibrante and the skill 3 too, because that's, you're gonna get that through win rating. Even if you weren't win rating, you can only use this counter, this defense 2, like through staggered turns. Like you can't use it back to back. You can't use it on consecutive turns. So it seems to me like, I don't know, you're gonna have an easier time following these, but I could be wrong. And I'll probably account for that in the kit review. But I believe this is it. That's everything on the IDs. I'm gonna be working on a proper kit review video for the next day or so with the help of my editor. But yeah, thank you for coming by. That's everything we got. One last thing though. One last thing. You guys might have noticed that I commented on how much reading there was and how you guys came here to watch me read, right? So about that, since you're here to see me read, in the next intervalo, we're going to make a gimmick all based around reading. If I stutter when reading out the dialogue, or probably passives, during the intervalo, we ban an ID or ego, and it's randomly generated from a list that'll be generated live on stream. So that's gonna be fun. It's going to just be all about making it so I enunciate properly and clearly, because I want to get ahead of that. And I think that's going to be really funny. And it'll have the regular, like, you can use super chats to ban more stuff and specific stuff clause, as the recent streams have had. But yeah, that's about it. It's worse than Hell Screen. It's the anti-illiterate stream. Yes, correct. Maybe the next interval will be voiced? That kind of defeats the purpose of there being, like, Bokgax, though, in a way. Not entirely, but to some degree, because that was the big onus for it. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all. All right, we're gonna check out that stream this Wednesday night, right when it comes out. But for now, y'all have a wonderful time. Take care of yourselves. Have a good week ahead, and catch you later. Bye!